Welcome. Big day today. I've got a ton of questions from you that I'm going to answer. I'm going to share with you all about recallers, which registration opened this morning for recallers. Also, I want to talk about overcoming whatever challenges that you have currently in your dog training. And so on that note, I'm going to start by saying, can you please let me know where you're from? Leave me a comment and say where you're watching this from. And let me know if you've watched the season of Nuance. Some of you may have, some of you may not have. Either way, let me know if you did get a chance. If you have any additional questions, we'll try and get to as many of them as we can. I want people to have all of their questions answered throughout the course of this live today. I'm going to start, though, with a question for all of you. Where is my question? Here we go. What do you believe is the number one reason your current dog training isn't working the way you would like? Now, maybe it is, and that is your answer. My current dog training is amazing. So, and maybe you don't even know, but think about the things that are challenging you, the things that you're trying to train, and have you progressed in the last month the way you think you would have liked to? So if you haven't, is it because your dog is fill in the blank? What do you think that it is your dog? Maybe it is my dog is sick. My dog has not been well. My dog has an injury. Or you believe your dog is not smart, or your dog is not willing to learn, or your dog has their own agenda. Or is it potentially the plan you're working from, or you're not working from a plan. You're just winging it. I see something on social media and I try that. It could be that, Susan, I just don't have time to train. I've got a lot, I'm juggling a lot of things in my life. Something else. So I'd like you to leave me a comment to let me know, is it? So this is such a classic one, Ella. Negative self-talk. The dogs are fine. I'm always comparing myself. You know what? You jumped ahead on me, Ella, because I think that's the number one problem for most people. Okay, I'm going to go back and see what you guys have said. Some of you have been watching the series. Barbara says procrastination. Jenny says not consistent. Corinna says learning new mechanics. Working through big feelings can be super boring. Yeah. Inconsistent. Too many challenges at once makes it hard to focus. Never had a reactive dog. From Athens, thank you. You like the season of Nuance. My training isn't part of my daily routine yet. That is a great observation. And, you know, what's his name? His name just ran through my brain, the book Habit. He talks about that. Like, if you want to get 1% better every day, then you need to make that part of your regular routine. It's a great observation. Lack of confidence from my dog, but gotten much better since I've changed my training approach. That's amazing. My dogs are good. They're 13 and 10 and a half. Wow. Really want a puppy because I've learned a lot from you, Susan. That's awesome. Thank you. Okay. Amy says, number 3, I went from having 1 dog to 4, and I struggle with rhythm of life with all of them because they're all in the very early stages of training. Most of my training feels like improv. Okay. So now that you've identified a starting place, Amy, now how are we going to overcome that? PJ, my mechanics and inconsistency. Okay, you guys have put in some great comments here. This is a really big one. I need to remember not to compare my new puppy to the dog I trained before. So important. So many amazing. Another one about comments. Tony says, I need a plan. I'm not following through. Atomic Habits. That's the book. Thank you. Clear. James Clear. That's who wrote the book. Great book. It's one of my 3 favorites on habits. I've not achieved the transfer of value to me and the work due to multiple reasons. Caring for my dad, not inconsistent, can't get out of my head. So I love the honesty you guys are sharing. This is amazing. So I personally think that when I'm coaching our online students, that there's several things. Oh, I wonder why this isn't working. There are several things that we have to, the battery might not be. If you guys can hear me fine, then I'm good with that. There's several reasons why you might not have success in your dog training. The number one, and I'd like you all to write a comment here. Actually, let's not get carried away. Let's give away a prize. So right now, if you think there's going to be value in what I have to say today, please share this video. Come on back, right in the comments that you shared, where you shared it on Facebook, shared it on YouTube, shared it on Instagram. And then at the end of today, we're going to do a draw for a winner, a random winner for the live. And last week, we gave away I still don't have a winner. So Lisa, if you can give that to Tammy. So last week I said we will do a random draw from all the people who watched our last live, and I will announce a winner today. So we're going to do that today. I actually have a lot of prizes to give away today. A lot of you that watched the season of Nuance, we had prizes that we're going to announce those at the end of today. Every video had a prize on the season of Nuance. So we're going to announce those today. So, and I will give away a prize. I'm going to give all the prizes away at the end of today. Okay, but except I'm going to announce our winner from last week once I get it from the team. Okay, let's talk about what I feel is one of the biggest things that holds people back in overcoming these challenges. And, you know, I've been coaching people for a lot of years. And I think this is a common thing. In the comments, I want you to say, tell me, do you believe that it's possible for your dog to have the kind of response, relationship, focus for work that my dogs have shared, that you've seen in the videos that I've shared of my dog or on these lives? Put in the comments, yes or no. Do you believe your dog has what it takes to have that kind of focus for work, drive for work, joy for work, attentiveness that my dogs show? So lots of you are saying yes. This is a biggie. And I love that so many of you saying absolutely yes, 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 absolutely. Yes, I do. I do believe my dog has that kind of focus. So, and there's some honesty here. Maybe. I'm not sure, but maybe. So the first thing, training will not work. As of Saturday, yes, maybe doubted it before. AJ, I love that honesty. Lots of you are saying yes. My dog is a service dog. Her focus is different, but yes, absolutely. So in order for training to work, you have to believe in the dog. If you think my dog could never do X, if you believe my dog is just this, my dog is a bulldog, so therefore, no. Whatever, a simple, my dog would never be able to walk on leash. In order for you to achieve, you can't achieve anything that you can't believe in. It's just not possible. So the first thing, and please write this down, ask yourself, today, do I believe that my dog has what it takes to be the dog of my dreams? Whatever that may be. The dog of your dreams might be an amazing family pet that it retrieves anything you want, that is so thrilled to get their nails cut, that they come running no matter what, no matter if they see a squirrel. Today I was out walking. I have Kim's dog Belief here. Kim took waffles and tater salad home for the next couple of days, and I have Belief, a squirrel. Like, what is wrong with squirrels? Out in the field, came right in front of, there are 3 border collies that passed it. No, let's do this to the terrier mix. So comes down the tree right in front of the terrier, like literally almost ran into the terrier, and then went, oh, I'm in the wrong room, turned around in front of her, and then took off down the path. And B, who is not my dog, who is, yes, a terrier mix, turned and went to go. I said, B, you don't need that. And she just, oh, okay. And we went forward, like didn't even bother chasing the squirrel down the path. So that kind of response. Yeah, Jennifer, it was a suicidal squirrel. Like, I've never seen anything like it. I see dogs walking in front of me. I think I will come down the street and cut right in front of them. Craziness. Maybe it was a dare from one of its squirrel buddies. I'm not sure. So number one thing, if you've written this down, please grab yourself a piece of paper. And today I want you to take notes. Some of you after today are going to join Recallers, and then you can listen to myself and my coaches share this knowledge for the next year. But some of you aren't in a position to join Recallers. I still want you to have a plan for what's happening next. Number one is belief in your dog. Okay. So write that down. What is your current belief on a scale of 1 to 10? If I was going to knock on your door every morning for the next year and say, can Rocky come out and play? And once a day, Rocky came out and trained with me. Do you think that I would be able to get success with Rocky? If you're saying yes, then you're saying you believe in your dog. And that is the number one hurdle. Okay, I'm going to give away a prize. Our last live, our winner, our share winner, not this one. We're going to do another one at the end of today, is Megan Gamper. That's with a G, Gamper. Congratulations, Megan. Let's have some hearts for Megan. So I'm going to go over what I believe are the 3 biggies. Well, probably there are 4 biggies for you to have success with your dog training moving forward. So number 1 is you have to have belief in the dog. You have to believe that it is possible for your dog, no matter what your challenge is. I remember I had a little Jack Russell named Twister, AKA the peanut butter. So Tammy, who's here helping me, she's been around long enough to remember Twister. And I don't know how old she was, but there was a point when I went to do nail trimming and I couldn't find her. She was under the bed shaking. She was maybe a year or 2. So this would have been 1993. And I then said, I don't want to do this to my dog. I don't want anything to happen in my dog's life that I'm doing that makes my dog feel that way. And so right then, I made nail trimming a game. So we're not going to cut nails until I can make this a game that you want to play. Until I could get to the point where she says, pick me. I want to be first with the nail trim. It didn't happen overnight. And every dog after Twister, I raised them, whether they were a rescue dog or a puppy, I raised them in a way that anything I want to do to you, I want to groom you. I want you to get ready to have your vaccinations at the veterinarian. I want you to get ready to potentially have an x-ray. Anything I want to do to my dog, I want my dog to be an active participant in it. I want them to not ever go and hide somewhere because they think I'm going to do something to them. And so that was the first must do that I said, this can be a game just like everything else. I taught the recall as a game. I taught healing as a game, walking on leash as a game. I taught bring me a toy, retrieve as a game. Why can't I teach everything as a game? Why can't the dog have the right to say, I want to play this with you because you've made it something that's enjoyable for me? And that's what I want for all of you, to get to a place where you have the know-how to say what it is that you're doing. So somebody mentioned here that they have a service dog. So maybe I'm sure there's skills beyond what I've taught to make, depending on the type of service dog that you have. Anything that you want that dog to do, you can make it a game. But people think of a game as, oh, well, then some days they won't want to do it, or some days they won't, they will. No, not at all. I mean, any game I ever played, it didn't matter if the weather said you probably shouldn't play today. I'm playing. Things that I love to do, it doesn't matter that it's slippery outside and I put my 20-pound weighted vest on Friday and went for a walk and just about blew out my knee because of it. I'll still take the risks because I love playing the game. And the dogs, my dogs, when you train everything as a game, they're going to be all in as well. Okay, so we're going to get back to what I was talking about. What games have you played today? That's a great question. What games have you played with your dog today? I'm going to ask, there's some more questions that have been asked ahead of time. So I'm going to answer some of these questions. And I am going to get back to, remember, there was 4 things that are super important to overcome your challenges with your dog. Okay. This question is about our season of Nuance, and it comes from Michelle. I have a question. I love Is Your Choice and the markers of Cook, Search, and Chow, but I'm having a problem with Search. My 2-year-old lab has had some scent training. When he hears Search, he immediately sniffs the whole area to find treats. Is there an alternative marker? Okay, so if you have a cue already in place because you've taught scent work, and Search means to like scent an entire perimeter, then you can just change that word. So with Swagger, when I did scent work with him, his search word, because he knew search for cookies on the floor, I use chercher, which is just French for, makes me sound very sophisticated as well. So you can change, instead of saying search, if search already means something else to your dog, change it to, yes, Mary said find it, or you can be sophisticated and eloquent and pretend you're French like I did and say chercher. So great question. Super, super good question. From Dawn, my Bouvier, my 7-month-old Bouvier. You know, I always wanted a Bouvier. Chow Chow and a Bouvier, 2 breeds when I was quite young that I thought I really wanted. My Bouvier pulls on leash. What do you suggest to stop this behavior? My husband walks her and his muscles are strained. So number 1, training is a game. We don't look at we need to stop because that implies the dog is doing something wrong. The dog is doing what's reinforcing. So what we have to do is come up with a way to make walking on leash a game that the dog will love to do every day, no matter what distraction. And walking on leash is something that doesn't happen overnight. There's layers that go into it that the dogs love to play. Meanwhile, maybe you put them on a harness. Doesn't stop the pulling, but you're going to play these games, and that is going to help them want to play with you. So there's many, many layers to the games. We cover them all in Recallers, but if you go to my YouTube channel, there's a puppy playlist there that can give you some ideas on other games. From Robin, I was wondering if instead of calling them treats, if I called them cookies, would it be helpful for my dog's learning process? Would using words cookie instead of treats allow my dog more opportunities to make connections to what she's learning, and thus hopefully make learning transferring skills? I'm not sure. Instead of calling them treats, I called them cookies. I think if you're consistent, it doesn't matter what you call them. I'm not sure I completely understand this. So If you are consistent with what you call it, it does not matter at all. There was a question there about the season of Nuance. Somebody said they didn't get a chance to finish it. We closed it. It's now inside of Recallers. We closed it as this morning. That's why we gave you guys like a lot of notice that please watch it. We can't keep it out there forever because we have coaches that are in there answering questions, and those coaches now are going to be in with our Recallers and our other online programs. From Jenny. There was a game of tug in the end if working with the pup. I'm sure there's a deep reason for this and would be grateful for the answer. So I think, Jenny, you're asking, why did I play tug? So several reasons. Number one, it's a great way to get focus and engagement from the dog. Number two, the dogs love it. Number three, it's a great way of the puppy understanding you don't just take what you want. Just like anything, I will present a tug toy to you. I will say, strike, get it, whatever. And then when I say out, give, whatever your cue is, then you give it back to me. So it's a game of give and take, that they understand there's boundaries to playing with me. All games have boundaries. At the end of my training, I love to do a game of tug with my dogs, because we've had them use their brain, a lot of thought in the what we're asking them to do, even if it's just the difference between cook and search. There's a lot of processing that dog does. Now we're going to do something that is completely mindless, kind of like decompressing after we've asked you to use your brain for a little bit. Another one that says, search is my dog's odor control, and can I use something else? Absolutely. Susan has treats in her pocket. What if you want to store treats in your treat bag? Is that a good idea? I think, you know what I say, you have to be consistent. This is one area I say be inconsistent. If you always have treats in your pocket and only in your pocket, then your dogs are going to start sniffing your pocket. And like, I can have treats anywhere. I'll have them in a bowl. I'll have them in my pocket. I'll have them. And the dogs learn. It's not about the treats. It's about the work to earn the treats. So Joanne, great question. She asks, do we teach tugging and recallers? As a matter of fact, we have a bonus. Sorry. We have a bonus for people who join Recallers, which is called the Tugger's Corner, where we, in fact, help people. Some people have problems with their dog is too obsessed with the tug and they can't get it out of their mouth, and the dog's like grabbing. It's a case of it's your choice, isn't it? Some people, their dogs have a very soft tug, or they have zero interest in tugging. So yes, we cover that in Recallers. I'll do more of that at the end of today. So that was a really super good question. What stopped you from getting a chow chow? My parents. I was going off to university and they said, no, we're not going to be having a dog here with all that hair. That was their biggest. I still have all my books, all my chow chow books. I think I've given away a lot of them, but I had a great number of chow chow books. Yes, at first your puppy will know exactly where the treats are, but when you play, it's your choice. They know it doesn't matter where they are. Those treats aren't theirs until they earn them. Is Recallers good for a 9-week-old puppy? Oh my, absolutely it is. It is such a great time to get a puppy. I mean, there's no bad time to getting a dog in Recallers, because Recallers is just so much more than just recalls. I mentioned getting your dog's nails cut. Let me just see if I got this video here. We shot this video this morning. I'm going to share with you just how we make a game out of getting nail trim. It's just as an example. So there's a 7 or 10-month-old puppy in here, rescue puppy. There's a 7-year-old rescue bulldog mix in this video. So it's just watch how the dogs, like how many of you can say, my dogs love getting their nails done? If you were like I was with my Jack Russell Terrier, no. My dogs tolerated getting their nails done, and Twister resented getting her nails done. All that changed back in 1993 when Twister showed me that this has not been a good part of our relationship. Okay, so I'm going to show you this video. So when you adopt, how about that? Like dogs that said, no, it's my turn. All of my dogs stand in line and they want their turn. No. And that I would say is the only time that my dogs are reluctant to do what I say. When I say your time is over, go back and jump on your bed. I don't think I heard you. I want to do more. No, I think the nails need a little bit more off the top. Did you hear nail trim? Can you go up it, please? If everything you wanted your dogs to do, you approach the way we do as from Recolors as a place of this is fun. I promise you this is going to be fun. And you make it fun, then there is no problem that you can't solve. And Tater Salad came to us when he was about, I think he was 15 months old, and he was like violent if you touched his paws. His big old head was like a battering ram. His nails were gross because no one could touch his paws. He was violent at the idea of getting his nails cut. And now he's like, you have to lock him up when you're cutting nails because he cries outside the door. He desperately, yeah, a lot of people are just like you, Barbara, because the approach to the nail trim has not been one of cooperation, has not been one of this is something we're going to do together and we're going to love it. And guess what, Barbara? It can change. It doesn't matter that you have to go to the vet and get your dog sedated. It can change. Do you believe your dog could be one who loves getting their nails done? That's the number one thing that has to change. That is the number one thing. So how is it a game getting your nails trimmed? That the dog tells you. So let's do this. He is more likely. I'm putting Tammy on the spot. I made a joke earlier that I hurt my knee walking the dogs on Friday. I did seriously hurt my knee. So I can't do a demo with my dogs, but I can get Tammy to do it. So my friend Tammy here is being put on the spot. She's never been asked to cut my dog's nails before. But I'm going to ask her so that you can see with Thissy, she will say, I've had enough. So you can see what we do. And I will just, I'll get you some here. Tammy, just take these cooks. Poor Tammy is right. Tammy's the vet tech, so she's used to cutting nails. All right, so I'm going to change my camera and I will just talk you guys through what's going on. And you can pick Thissy first. I'll just have to turn the camera. Hold on. move that over there. Okay. So Tammy's telling her, you have to come when I call you to come, not when you think it's time. Okay, whenever you're ready, Tim. So she asks her to go in position, gives her a cookie for going in position. Now, if Dissy raises her head, she's telling Tammy, I'm not really ready to play the game. So Tammy's going to give her a little nail trim. If Dissy pulls her arm away, she says that's too close. I don't feel comfortable with this, but she just lays there. So try one of in the leg that's on the ground. Sometimes she doesn't like. I want Dissy to show you I don't like this. So she's not. So if she lifts her head up or pulls her paw back, she's communicating, this is not fun for me anymore. But she doesn't. She's like, okay, I'd like more, please. Okay, that's good, Sam. Maybe Prophet needs a turn too. Everything can be a game, guys. Absolutely everything can be a game. So Tammy's going to give Prophet a turn. So some dogs prefer to have, what I have found, some dogs prefer to have their nails dremeled, like Tammy's doing right now. Some dogs would prefer to have their nails clipped. So you'll notice in that video that I showed that, thanks, Tam, that's great, that Kim used the trimmers with waffles. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a nail trim, if it's a bring me a toy, if it's walk at my side. Everything should be done with cooperation from the dog. Just because we're bigger, stronger, smarter doesn't mean we have any right to muscle a dog to do what we want. They have the right. Young lady, the nail trims are done. Pedicure, pedicures are over. This, can you hop it? Thank you. Does Recallers contain segments for first-time puppy owners? How to prevent bad habits and work with them from day one? So yes, absolutely yes. Yeah, let's have some hearts for Tammy. Chris McQuillan gave out some hearts for Tammy. Yeah, way to be put on the spot. Can you please go on live stream where there is right now 400 people watching you and cut my dog's nails? So yes, you know, what I've been sharing all along is puppies need a lot of things from us. But the number one thing that as their caretakers is we need to grow and protect their confidence. And the way that you grow their confidence best is by putting learning in an environment where they are confident. So that starts at home. And that's why Recallers work so great, because you're homeschooling that dog. You are allowing them to flourish, and then you take them out. Yes, puppies need socializing as well. So we recommend you go to places like pet stores, or here in Canada, a store called Canadian Tire. In some environments, I think Home Depot allows dogs, not ours, but Home Depot will allow dogs. So we need some socializing. We need to test these games in different environments, but it always the best place for developing confidence in a young puppy is at home, and you're piling on the confidence. Plus it works for your schedule too. What we teach is games that you play. 3 minutes is all it should take you to have a little training session with your puppy. It could be 30 seconds for some dogs. But yeah. Okay. So I mentioned number one, we need to have belief in the dog that it is possible for our dogs. Number two is you need to have belief in the plan or your mentor. So the sad thing is with dog training, it's an unregulated industry. Anybody can call themselves a dog trainer. Somebody who just took a 6-week online course could say, I'm a dog trainer. They don't need to understand the emotions of dog. They don't need to understand the body language of dogs. And so for a lot of people, and I was guilty back in 1988 when I got my first dog of my own, let me just go to what's cheap and close. But everything has a price. So cheap is never cheap when it costs your dog's confidence. When your dog is put into a situation where learning isn't going to happen. And so if you have any dog, it doesn't matter if it's a rescue dog, it doesn't matter if it's a 10-year-old dog, it doesn't matter if it's a geriatric dog that you just want to give enrichment to, the best way to do it is to have them in an environment where you can grow that. So you have to have a plan that you have confidence in, that you can say, I believe in this plan. And so for us, I mean, that's why it works for us is go to webinar. There should be something called webinar. There, right there. So for us, it starts in recallers. It is exactly how I train my dogs, whether it's a rescue dog, Tater Salad, as I mentioned, came when he was 15 months old, or it's a brand new puppy that I'm bringing in. 100%, it's the same way. I train my own dogs exactly the same way. Okay. So number one, belief in yourself. Number one, belief in the plan or the person that's coaching you. Not only do they have the ability to overcome your challenges, but do they have the time? So for me, I would go to class. I was one of 10 people in that class. So I got a little bit of attention, and in 8 weeks it was gone. But in between, like I'd have class on Tuesdays, and then, well, on Thursday, I forget. Now I have time to do some work, but I forget what we were doing. But all I have is a sheet with some notes on it, and I can't refer to it. So with an online class, you have a video, you have the downloadable lesson plans, and you have online coaches who coach you at any time that you have a question. So it definitely, having that plan, is it robust enough? And it doesn't matter, oh, Susan, I just want my dog to be a great family pet. You need a plan that will get you there in the most effective and efficient way, in a way that protects not only your dog's confidence, but your confidence as well. Okay, more questions answered here. I answered that one. My 11-month-old cattle dog showed me quite clearly that he is not waiting for permission, namely the word search, for a cookie thrown on the floor. He will gladly come to my side with a bump, but I need to do a collar grab to keep him at my side with Cook. If I have already thrown a cookie away from us until I physically released him with search for the cookie on the floor, how do I inspire his choice? So number one, Rachel, we don't restrain our dogs. We don't say no. If they're going after a cookie, they get the cookie. What happened? They get an extra cookie. Like, there's still no world peace. That's fine. What they're telling you is the challenge you're putting out for me is above my pay grade. You have not given me the education yet for me to be able to not steal that cookie off the floor. That's okay. I'm an 11-month-old puppy that is new to this kind of training. So what do you need more of? You need more of, can I open this bowl with roast beef? Can I open it and you not jump on me? So you need all the layers that's in the it's your choice before we go to cookie on the floor. Cookie on the floor. So search, I can say search and throw it, but I'm never going to throw it and not say search if my it's your choice isn't strong enough. Does that make sense? Okay. Hopefully that made sense. What program should I join after this season of Nuance? Recallers or Homeschool the Dog? Recallers is the program we always guide people towards because it's 1 year of coaching with us. And it's more like it's 40 games. So Homeschool the Dog, I believe, is 12. It's 40 games, but it's so much more because we started Recallers 2009 or 10. And after the first year, I said, wow, people need a little bit more. We need a Tugger's Corner. So we created an extra program. We didn't charge any extra, but it's in there. It's a bonus. It's a tugger's corner where we work through all the mechanics of you tugging with your dog. Then we're like, oh, people, they need a little bit more. They've got dogs who are barking nonstop. We need help with that. So then we created a Barkenstein program that helps you to reinforce quiet and create calm where you currently have chaos. So that's like another, not everybody needs Barkenstein or tuggers, but for the people who want it, it's there in recallers at no extra charge. Then we got to, people saw what I can do with my dogs. They said, oh, I need that. So we created Pedicure Please. And Pedicure Please, you can get the video and the notes. I think it's like $20 or $30, but you don't get the coaching. So when we add that coaching so that any problem you have, we help you through it. Now it's a $400 program that you're getting 100% free when you're in recallers. And the most, how do I get my dog to bring the toy back? That's another question that we had. So then we put in another full, again, $400 program. You get 100% free. It's called Bring Me, how to get the dog to bring the toy back. And then the most recent that I believe gets added tomorrow for our current recaller students is jaywalking, where how do I get my dog to walk on a loose leash? So all of these things, we continue to build on recallers, but the price of the program has not changed. So that is like, it's not just get your dog to come when called, but you're surely going to get that. It's a relationship. It's all the things that you may need. You may not. Your dog might walk perfectly on leash right now. Your dog may not be worried when other people are walking by you. Then you don't need jaywalking, but it's there if you need it. Are the games in homeschool different to the games in recallers? Yes, there's some of the critical ones that are the same. There's a few that are the same, but there's different ones in Homeschool the Dog, yes. And there's a lot more of them in recallers. Okay, so you writing this down? Number one, you need belief in your dog. Number two, you need belief in your plan, in your coaching, that it is a robust, proven plan that is available to you at any time, that feedback is available to you at any time. Number three, and this is the hard one. Are you guys writing? You have to have belief in yourself. And that's the toughie. That's the toughie because there's been a recording in our head. Maybe it's from our very first dog training class when somebody laughed at you and said, oh, some people aren't cut for training dogs and that must be you. Or it could be somebody who said, like, you're not good enough to train a dog like that. Or it could be like the voice that you're like your own voice in your head that says, I'm never going to be as good as my littermate's dog trainer. I'm never going to be as good as, and so you continually beat yourself up. Belief in yourself is the hardest thing. And that's why you need a community like Recallers, where we ensure you give yourself grace, where we convince you that you do have what it takes to make your dog's life better than it was yesterday. We're not telling you, you need to have a dog that can walk perfectly on leash and not react to anybody by tomorrow. We say, we're going to give you the steps that it's going to make things 1% better tomorrow than it was today. And guess what? All those 1% add up. In 6 months from now, you're not even going to recognize your dog or yourself. I hope you wrote those 3 things down. You will not be able to overcome your challenges with your dog unless you have those 3 things. Belief in the dog, belief in the plan and the coaching, belief in yourself. You need to be able to say, yeah, I got it. I got it. I know that I don't have to have it all today. I'm not going to compare this dog to my last dog who passed away, who was like the most amazing dog I ever owned. I just have to say, today and for now, I'm going to play this game and I'm going to get 1% better every day. Can I use a ball instead of a tug? I strongly discourage a ball instead of a tug. Here's why. The ball has value to the dog. So dogs who love balls, this is the value. You throw the value away, the dog chases the value. How important are you to the dog when they're chasing that ball? The tug doesn't have any value until it's brought back to you, and it is interaction. It's interaction. That's what it's all about, is we need that interaction. So my dogs love to play games, but they love the chance to play games with me more than they love to play games. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to do a little demo with Prophet. So I'll change my camera. And I will change the look of where we're looking back to go to here. Right, there's Tammy. Okay. Prophet. So I'm going to stay here so that you can hear me. So I'll just do some retrieve with them. Ready? Bring me. Okay, so he loves to fly out and grab the toy. He loves to bring it back. If I drop the toy, he says, Mom, 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 put it in your hand. We got to play. I drop the toy. Mom, Mom, pick it up. Pick it up. Put it in your hand, Mom. Put it in your hand. I need it. We got to do something. Oops. Thank you. If I throw it and I say, bring me, sit. Oh, it's a new game. Oh, stand back. Stand. Yay. But Mama didn't tell me. She didn't tell me. Down. Stand. Betty, bring me. Yeah. Yay. Okay, so the game is about interacting with me. As much as he loves his toys, if I told him, all right, go play. Can you go play? So now he's going to run around, but he keeps bringing it back to me. So that's what a recaller's dog looks like. It's a dog that, yeah, I love to play with my toy, but I love to play with my mom. That's so the one game that I just showed you that's in recallers is called the game of wow. And it's called the game of wow because we take what the dog values, we throw it away, we let them have it, and then we say, can you sit? Can you do something else? When I throw it away, are you still listening? Because that thing that's out there could be them chasing a ball, and then, oh my gosh, there's a big bicycle peloton coming through. I need you to sit. I need you to back up. Can you still focus on the thing you love, but still be connected to me? Because that's important. Throwing a ball is throwing the value away, but the value is far, far away from you. That's why I'm not a massive fan. You can come back to the ball. You can put the ball on a rope. There's things that we can do. You can put the ball in a sock. And you can go back to the ball once we've built value for other things. But I mean, for a number of reasons, I'm not a big fan of using balls in training myself. Okay. There was more questions. I have an 11-month-old terrier power. I want to do agility with my dog. Is recaller where I should begin? Nancy, oh my gosh. I wish more terrier people understood that. Yes, my friend. It doesn't matter if it's a terrier. Any dog. I see so many people in the sport of dog agility that are struggling with their dogs. If they'd just done recallers, they would have the focus for work. So Prophet has focus for all the obstacles, but not more than listening to me. And that's when you have the magic happening in dog agility. Yes, Nancy, thank you for asking that question. Amazing, brilliant question. I wish more people understood that. So very important. Okay, where do you suggest we start? There is, if you go to recallers.com/join, you'll learn more about recallers. I'm going to tell you a little bit more though. Recallers is, like I said, we haven't changed the price of recallers for more than 10 years. Honestly, I don't even remember. Well, all the programs came up around us and everyone is constantly changing. We have not changed the price in 10 years because I believe that the really good quality dog training should be available to everybody. And so the investment for 1 year with recallers is right now, the best value is $499 in the store right now. If you go to our website, it's $767. So for our big season of Nuance celebration, we offer it at $499, understanding that not everybody has $499 and registrations are only open until Thursday. We do have installments. So you can join recallers with, it's $147 today. And then once a month on the same day, another $147 for 4 months. So those are two of the options. And now that is in US funds. So no matter where you are in the world, it's the same. That's US funds. And so that's what we have done for the last 10 years is we have had that available. This year, somebody on our team made this suggestion. And so we decided we are going to try it for the first time and maybe the last time. Somebody on our team who said, 2 years ago, I wanted to join recallers, but that wasn't something that I could come up with $500. And so she made the suggestion. I could have come up with like $60 a month. So this is what we're trying right now. $60 a month today, and every month on the same day for a year, you can join recallers. So it's the same commitment. You're committing to a year of coaching with us. It's not like 6 months down the road, this is a membership that you're going to leave. You're committing to a year of dog training with us, but you can spread it out over the course of the year. We've never done this before. It's an experiment because we recognize today is a really weird economic temperature out there. And there's a lot of people that aren't sure what the future looks like. And so having something that is more flexible, that doesn't involve an outlay of your finances immediately, this made sense to the team and it makes sense to us. So we are going to make this available. It's a monthly installment, once a month for $60. And that's, yes, as AJ said, that is way more digestible, way more digestible. You guys can thank Sarah on our team for this idea. It was her idea. And so we said, yeah, let's be receptive to the people who want to be with us. So what happens after a year? After a year, Heidi, you have the option there's several options. So our recallers community is huge. People who started with us in 2010, people who started with us in 2010, many of them are still with us. We give you an option that you can rejoin at a very discounted investment. We also give you an option of how you can rejoin for free for some of you. So yeah, we make it very attractive because the strength of this program is yes in the coaching, is yes in the dog training that you're not going to get anywhere else. But the real strength of the program is in the community. So you'll see in the comments, many of our recallers have contributed here that about what an experience it is and how it's changed their life. It's the community that makes the biggest difference that you're not going to find anywhere else in the world. And that's why we encourage people to stay on. And like I said, it's constantly changing. This year, we're adding another program of jaywalking. I'm not saying that we're adding a new program every year, but you're getting coaching every year. So Nanette said, the investment of recallers means you save on vet bills because your puppy won't get hit by a car which is 4 to 5 digits, need foreign body surgery, 4 or 5 digits. So true. I have talked to pet insurance companies because I believe if you have gone through recallers, you should get a discounted rate on your pet insurance. That might be happening some point in the future because there's necessary vet bills or unavoidable vet bills that we can't predict, but there are avoidable vet bills. So a dog getting into a dog fight, sometimes not avoidable if your dog gets jumped, but sometimes it is avoidable if your dog is off leash. Getting hit by a car, eating things out of the garbage or off from the counter, or all these other things that are avoidable vet bills. Like if you go through the program and you play the games and you have this cooperative and you learn how to bring enrichment to your dog's life, I believe the chance of an avoidable vet bill goes way down, way down. We've just seen it in so many of our students to say, oh, my dog would have got bit by a rattlesnake had we come across this rattlesnake a year ago, but I was able to successfully call him off the rattlesnake because of recallers. So Bruce said, I trained my boy Oli through recallers, and there was never any doubt that my new girl was going to get the same gift. Oh, that's beautiful, Bruce. Thank you. Okay, I have another question for you all. And this one, the answer, like it's interesting to find. I gotta get rid of this banner first. So I think your own answer to this question might surprise even you. Would you rather have your dog training be easier? Training your dog is easier. If I had a magic wand, your dog training is easier. Bing, boom. Or that you had the knowledge to create successful outcomes with your dog. So what would it be, A or B? Do you wish your dog training was easier, or do you wish that you had the knowledge to create those successful outcomes? So B, B, B. So often people say, I wish this was easier. But is that really what we wish? In our agility program, we have this saying, handle hard better. If you had the knowledge, the difficult would be easy, wouldn't it? So if I could go to your house and train your dog, that would be easy for me. But maybe it wouldn't be easy for you right now. When you invest in your own education, you learn how to handle hard better, because the difficult does become easier and easier and easier. And that's what you're doing when you join recallers, is you're investing in your understanding. Yeah, we all say, oh, well, I wish this was easier. No, we don't. I wish I had more experience and understanding. I wish I understood my dog's emotional states better. I wish I knew what to do next. And the only way you get there is by making the investment in you. And it's not just for your dog. It's for every dog you're ever going to own for the rest of your life. Right? So think about, I gave this example last night when I was talking to our platinum. Like, do you wish every green light, like every light you hit was a green light, and that there were never a detour? Everywhere you wanted to drive, you could just drive there magically. Or do you wish you had the understanding of how to go in a new direction when there was a detour? Because we're all going to have detours. We're all going to have detours. And wouldn't we love to handle hard better? But B equals A. Yeah, when you have B, you do get A. What programs are a 7-month-old puppy? Any age recallers, 100%. If that's a place that you can start, and we've made it accessible for everybody with our annual, now our monthly way that you can join. Okay, so several of our recaller students are putting things in here. Through recallers, I learned a lot of things about my dog, how to train my dog, and my life and dogs have changed. It's the best training my dog got. Is he perfect? He's a teen, like a human kid's, and he's learning He's so good as much as my dog training skills and as much as I invest my time and consistency. 100%. Our dogs can only shine as bright as we can help them to shine. That's the truth. Okay, so remember, it's not just, I've joined online programs, and maybe you guys have too, where all you get is a video, or you maybe just get a PDF that you download. There's no, where do I go if I ask a question? There is no place to ask a question. And it's one program that I'm thinking of. I've bought it 3 times because it only lasts for 6 months. You couldn't, there was nothing to download. It was just a video. So this is so different. When you are done, you can download every single lesson plan. You can download them all. The PDFs are available for you. You have that. If you choose not to come back to us, you still have the program. I think it would go faster if my husband would listen to me or you. If I had the magic pill to get spouses to listen, yeah, the life would be a much different place. But here's the thing. When you play the games with your dogs change, you change, and your husband will notice. That's the story of one of our recallers that I've talked about here before, LaDonna, with her Dalmatians. She tried so many different dog training programs, and she didn't even tell her husband when she joined recallers. She said, I wonder if he'll notice anything different. That's when I know this is working. And he did. He said, what are you doing different with these dogs? This is still waiting for a cookie. Did you hear somebody say your name? Dissy? No, not that one. No, you can't go on. The dog training or the nail trimming bar is closed. Nail trimming bar is like the ice cream bar for Dissy. Okay, so I'll put that up there one more time. When you go to recallers.com/join, there is at the bottom, there is a like a live chat. If you have other questions, somebody on our team can get back to you. I am going to give away a prize now of this Recallers tug toy. Not this one in particular, because I think some dog has got goop all over it. But from our good friends at For My Merles, a tug toy for the share. And today's winner is Monique Custers. So congratulations, Monique. If you guys have any other questions, happy to answer them here. But if you go to recallers.com/join, then you can ask in the live chat as well. Okay. Oh, our gem winner from last time. I forgot. Okay. I've got more prizes to give away. Don't go anywhere. So last week, our gem winner, this is the gem. Let me just get this off of here so I can read it. This is from Ann Hansen Stuckman. My aha moment that the power of choice increases the focus for work. I realize now that that's what I'm seeing with my dogs. Their engagement increases and they want to do more when they realize they got it. They get happy to work. I didn't understand that their joy and drive were all because I'd allow them to choose. That's the power of choice, right? That's what B.F. Skinner identified. Strongest reinforcer there is, bar none, is the power of choice. That's beautiful, Anne. Okay, I'm going to give away some more prizes because for those of you who were in the season of Nuance, every day we gave away a prize from anyone who put a comment on any one of the 6 videos. And so I'm going to share who won and what you won. So video episode 1, and our team will contact you. Sandy wins an Inspired treat bag. Marion on episode 2 wins For My Merle tug toy and a clicker. Carol from For My Merles gets a tug toy. Betsy gets an Inspired, this is from Blue 9, gets an Inspired training treat bag. On episode 5, Janet gets an inspired training treat bag. And episode 6, Annie gets a For My Merles tug toy. So woo, woo, woo. Congratulations to all of you. And listen, if you have any questions, if you're watching this on YouTube, wait until the video, this live is over, and then come back and leave a question on the YouTube video or on Facebook. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and give us a thumbs up because that helps more people see it. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you all for your amazing comments on the Season of Nuance series. And thanks to the team for all the hard work. You have until registration's open for recallers until Thursday at midnight. So any questions, let us know. We're here to help. And remember, 3 beliefs: belief in your dog, belief in the plan, your coaching, and belief in yourself. Think about those. Okay, we'll see you.